Hello pile number one, and welcome back to my channel. These are your predictions for the month of December of 2025. Might be a very there is a connection here with December 2026. Might be a timeline or a window of opportunity. Jesus Christ, it's so hard to speak. Oh my God, what is happening? You guys, that was so weird. Well, before we get into your predictions, although might be part of what I was saying, there is a period of time. I don't have much information about what I'm about to say, but I'm going to put it out there and we'll take it from there, like always. There is a battle for the souls, the soul of humanity. There is a battle happening spiritually, you guys. I saw it today. I felt it. There is a whole lot happening energetically speaking. Oh, I felt like I cannot speak for some reason. Quiet and stillness, it's mandatory in the life of those that feel that this is true for them. Do you feel like you are in the middle of a battle, like there is a battle taking place for your soul? You are protected. I'm seeing all these beings in a war. They are battling each other, really. And somehow I am protected. I am okay. I am in a bubble of sorts. Here we go, pile number one. So you see here down on paper I received for you a little bubble with some. I'm going to read it to you in a second. And this also looks like a gift for the future. In a sense here, you are part of a protected future. You carry within yourself a future that it is protected. It has to be protected. It might be something pure. It might be something of value for the Most High, right? And so the devil here might want you to give into the temptation, maybe, might want you to, this is what the devil wants. Pile number one. And you can call the devil anything. Temptation, a person, poor decision making, anything, right? But as an example, what I'm being shown is you are moving into a timeline, a new chapter. New is the word. Something new here is happening in your life. You are taking that path. And the devil, however, wants to show up here in your reality, wants to hold you back in the past. What is the word? Bondage. If this is romantic, maybe someone from your past, a toxic connection is coming back. If this is a bad habit you had, maybe this wants to come back. You are going to be tempted to go back to something. Maybe, and only maybe, I'm also getting here that some old friends might resurface, maybe from your childhood even, with whom maybe you haven't talked in a while, but they do have bad habits. They have this low vibrational energy, this devilish energy in one way or another. Maybe they entertain addictions, or can be anything. And maybe you did for a certain period of time, but now you are not doing it any longer. Well, they might resurface and they might convince you, or try to join them into the abyss, into the devil again. The battle for the souls. There is a separation happening. There is a separation happening, pile number one, between those that are following the light following Jesus if you want. I have a hard time saying following Jesus, right? Sounds so religious. So how can I say it? Following Christ. Right, following Christ. Following what's good. And the others. Now, but that was so trippy. I literally felt like my mouth wouldn't like open. Like something was wanted to stop me from speaking. This is a message in itself for someone that maybe you battled an addiction of sorts. Maybe it's alcohol, or maybe it's something else. And through speaking, somehow, through speaking, you are keeping this devil away, right? You are working with your fair share of demonic baggage, of shadow, right? Of wounding. You are working with it through speaking, through communicating, through expressing, through, in particular, is what I'm being shown. And somehow, maybe somehow, some way, someone wants to block your voice, stop you from speaking, through some sort of deception. There might be here, I'm not sure what this speaking is for that, those of you that resonate with what I said. How you speak, maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe, but there is an idea here where there is competition, or there is someone else that they are this demonic energy embodied. So there is someone that's very toxic, Luciferian. They are almost like, I want to say, Lucifer, the devil on two legs. In, even if they still have, oh God, here we go. Intense brothers and sisters, intense, man. Even if they have still a little bit of light in them, they do have some light in them. I'm seeing the vortex of golden light in their abdomen, in their, almost like touching their heart and their throat, and that would make you believe or feel even that they are authentic. And even if they are, still they sold their soul to the devil. How and why? Can we know? For money, power, fame. I hear there are millions of them. There are millions of them. And you have not. That might also be, oh shoot. This might also be a case where you might be disappointed. Maybe you do want to do something like one of these people does, and you just somehow cannot make it work, or some of your followers, if that applies, they go and watch these people because they follow these people which are demonic in a sense, but they are so magnetic for a reason. Not all that glitters is gold. Pile number 1. Not all that glitters is gold. So don't give up. Don't give into temptation. Don't give into the devil. Don't give into the deception. Don't give into that pain, right? Because I'm seeing someone here again, and I'm so sorry. Really, I'm so sorry, but let's hope for better times, right? Let's see what else comes into this message today. Someone here, you might have battled this addiction or something, a demon in yourself for a while. Maybe you have been victorious over it for years, maybe for decades, maybe for a decade, and now not sure what is happening here, but you might be tempted to go back to that addiction because of what is being destroyed or taken away, or followers leaving your channel, or if it's not about having followers and this is just about, I don't know, man, losing people in one way or another. Correct. Hang in there. There is an interruption happening here in your life. Interruption, and I got interruption and an interrupted line here. There is an interruption. You see, you are not tainted, pile number 1. You are still a value from the inside out, right? You are still a value from the inside out. And yes, there might be some people out there that would say, what do you mean there are people with no value? Well, I don't know what God would say when he sees all these psychopaths and sociopaths killing others left and right. I don't know if he thinks those are souls, if we can still call them like that, with any value. Their value, and I can see some value in there. I can think about how. No, I cannot. I'll take that back. Anything they do is with a cost. That's what I'm getting. Anything these people do is with a cost. And so, yeah. What I'm seeing for you here, pile number 1, is an interruption of sorts. But sooner rather than later, and this is a matter of months, I'm getting 2-3 months here, you are going to start picking up pace in a certain direction. In a certain direction, you're going to start picking up pace. It is almost like you are worrying here about something. Something is definitely creating some turmoil in your life. But in the near future, in the next 2 to 3 months, you will realize that the devil wasn't so dark after all. Yeah, there is quite the other extreme here coming up, where you are battling here some demons. There is a battle here happening for your soul. The advice is, don't give in to the temptation, don't give into the pain of the moment. And in 2-3 months, seems like I'm seeing you, I don't know if this is literally, but I assume for most is metaphorically, I'm seeing you drinking a cocktail on a beach somewhere, living the life. So this might very well be a situation where you really don't see where you're going or how you are going to take yourself out of that situation. And guess what? the divine plan was always in place. Something here is happening where you are being taken out from where you are and placed in a very, very beautiful position in life, celebrating a vacation of sorts. A vacation of sorts. Well, this vacation of sorts, if you want to put it like that, this very good place in life where you are going to find yourself very soon, involves the future which was protected inside of you, and involves happiness, joy, well-being, dragon-like quality. If this already happened in your life, pile number one, where this interruption, right, this disturbance happened, it is because timelines are still settling. Timelines are something that must go. Something has to go for something else to come and take its place. And there is more to it. There is definitely more to it. Your path, pile number one, I almost want to say that it was fixed. It feels like you have a fixed destiny, and your guides or the angels here in spirit, almost like they watched you fight and have all these types of adventures on your path, and they were like, yeah, okay. They always knew basically where you are going to end up at some point. They did interfere in key moments, in turning points, to make sure that you are not going to take left instead of right. But yeah, there is always a predestined path, is what I'm being told, for the chosen, is what I hear. Right? Predestined path. And something that I receive revolving this label, chosen one, is when the shit hits the fan in a lineage. For example, there is a soul that's being chosen to somehow to cut all the BS. You see all these people suffering out there, cutting the BS from their families, from where they come from, and they are so not misunderstood and so alienated, right? That's that. And there is more here. Now they are the no, it's okay. We are going to stop there. Okay, we're at 20 minutes. Well, pile number one, I believe what you should expect here to happen in the near future. So basically, you should not worry. Just hold your ground, hang in there. The future looks good from what I'm seeing today here. Happiness, joy, well-being, and dragon-like quality. And dragon-like quality means you are integrating your power, you took your power back, you are now empowered. In a nutshell. That being said, I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome back to my channel. These are the predictions for December of 2025. Maybe I'm going to do another video about it, I'm not sure. Oh my god, you guys, it was so weird. For pile number 1, there was an energy blocking my speech, like literally I could barely move my mouth, and as soon as I entered your pile, everything is easier. As soon as I entered your pile, everything is easier. Oh my goodness, are you ready? Because we begin. So I did receive a couple of ideas here. I mean, just one idea basically. I have it down on paper in front of me, but let me tell you what I see. Let me tell you what I see, pile number 2, and what I understand. So if you are someone that comes from pile number 1, you already know that we were talking about the chosen ones, right? So pile number 2, I was receiving a new information. Quite, I wouldn't call it new, but maybe many of you don't know about what I'm about to say. So it seems like these chosen ones, right, they are, or they can be, people born in very toxic lineages, right, where the shit hits the fan. There is this soul being born. God calls the soul, is being chosen. Come on, step up to the plate. My food is ready. Let's heal this lineage. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And so those are the chosen ones that are called, right? Chosen and called. But those that answer, receive this profound anointing, the oil, right? And where these people go, a whole lot of falsity, false structures are crumbling down, right? They are saints, if you want, right? Whoever answers the call doesn't have, and again now I have this, it's a little bit hard to speak, you guys, it's so weird. You also, pile number 2, you are called to stay in stillness and quiet. You are called to stay in stillness and quiet. Why? There is this battle, if you want, for your soul, for the souls of humanity taking place. You will be tempted, pile number 2, to not sure why this word comes through, but to save those that maybe you warned them, maybe you, because I assume you are anointed, right? Based on what it came through. We shall see. I mean, you know, probably, right? And so you might feel tempted to save some of these individuals that are in hell. I'm literally getting a vision here. Man, this is so intense. Whew. I'm getting a vision with some of the people which didn't choose well in life, made poor choices, treated others like garbage. Maybe they did some treacherous things here for sure. I'm seeing them in hell, however that is going to look like, right? And you, on one hand, you're like happy. Let me explain. Are you happy here? almost like not happy, but because that sounds bad, right? Not happy, but you know how sometimes we tell people, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, or if you do that, this is what's going to happen. If you do this other thing, this is what's going to happen. Don't sell your soul to the devil. It's not worth it. Don't go in that direction. Don't say this. Don't, you know. And they still go there, and they still do that. And then when the time comes, when the judgment comes, when the bell rings, when the trumpet, right? They realize something happens, and they realize that yes, you were right. And you know, you have that, for a moment here, maybe you are going to have that feeling of, yes, you see, I told you. But then immediately you are going to probably feel remorse or something and go into the other direction where you are going to want to save them. But Jesus here, Yeshua, Christ, fiery one, comes and takes your hand and tells you, no, you have to leave them there. You have to leave them there. Otherwise, they're not going to learn. You have to leave them there. And you know, Jordan Peterson comes to mind. Maybe many of you again know who Jordan Peterson is. If not, he's a psychologist. I think he's a Canadian psychologist, and he's so much more than that. He's a brilliant mind. I absolutely love him. And the way he speaks and thinks and analyzes and everything. And so, yeah, he was saying, while crying, he was saying that you really don't want your loved ones to suffer and to go through the fire of hell, and you try to save them, and you try to tell them, don't do this, don't do that. But you just have as much power, right, over them. Interesting messages so far for the month of December for pile number 2. You see, pile number 2, they don't know what they're playing with when it comes to you and others like you, because you're anointed, right? You carry that oil of Christ in you. Maybe you said yes to the mission. You said yes to your calling, and now you are here. And so they think whoever these people are, maybe members of your family, maybe people that laughed at you while you were telling them truths, and they didn't know that they were laughing at God. And so now God is going to show them what what that means actually. Yes, in my mind's eye, I'm seeing you as this big soul, right? This giant, this or no, better said, interesting. Better said, these people, whoever they are, they see you as how can I put this into words? You are where you are, pile number 2. You are placed where you are placed, with a whole lot of responsibility, is what I'm being told. Whatever you do, you have to be very responsible with it, whatever power you have. And you do respect the power that you have. With great responsibility, you use that power. But they, although they think, these people in your life, although they think that you have great potential, they treat you like you don't know what you are doing, and they try to keep you small. and they try to keep you small. What comes to mind is how people wanted to see Jesus as just a regular man in a regular family, having a regular family, right? But he was so much more than that. He said yes to a calling. He was pulled out of the crowd and said to him, "You are the one, the chosen one." And from that moment, everything changed for him to him. In him, there was this bright light, this bright shining star, right? And of course, whoever the people surrounding, maybe part of his family also, right? Try to having that star in the house. It was very bright to have a star in the house. Imagine that. And the family members tried to somehow put blankets onto him to stop the star shining so bright. In other words, who knows what he was saying, what he was doing, which was just disarming the devil or just pushing people towards evolution, changing, you know what he did. And so, yeah, the star was shining very bright. Okay. There is an idea here where the devil will try any channel, any way to stop you from shining. I'm also getting here even labeling you with a mental illness. Right? So what I got here for you, pile number 2, is apple, 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 and the temptation written in capitals. Apple, 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 and temptation. Like this. Pile number 2, you are in the month of December, you are moving here through an ascension process, and this ascension process is taking you through some dense layers. These layers, just imagine them as being thick layers of confusion, thick layers of fog. You can call this, maybe if you want, ADHD, or it's nonetheless, it's in my vision, is dense layers of fog. You are being moved through them. Not too much is said here, not too much is done. Translation: maybe you might not see a whole lot of movement in your life in the month of December, but a whole lot is happening. Hence, one of the things might be this battle for your soul, for the soul of humanity. But a whole lot is moving. I don't know if I think I mentioned in your pile also, we are being called to stay in silence and stillness. And I'm seeing you here in this elevator, moving up, ascending, so to speak, through these layers of confusion and becoming the avatar, if you want, through meditation, through stillness, through quiet. So not a whole lot is happening, but a whole lot is happening, if it makes sense. And as you stay, there might be a potential new love here, romantic love in the month of December, or what is this desire of the heart, coming to fruition, and I'm seeing two swans. And as you sit in your stillness meditation with your eyes closed, being the avatar in the month of December, you receive a kiss on your lips. Mwah. So what is this about? Definitely can be a new love, or a love that you already have in your life. What else should we know? Well, let's emphasize a little bit the purity and elegance that comes with these two swans, is what I'm being told. It's a rarity. It's not something that you see every single day with these two swans. You are in a partnership here, or you are coming into a partnership in the month of December, pile number 2, with someone of your caliber, with someone just as pure as you are, another avatar if you want. Classic, elegant. These are some words that define, represent, characterize your connection here. Classic, elegant, pure, rare, unique. In a world of copy-pastes, you chose the hard path. So I assume this one is another anointed one, this one is another chosen one that answered the call. It might be someone that answered the call recently. 333 on the timer. Might be someone that answered the call recently. And what is this answering of the call? I mean, it can go in many layers and many nuances here, you guys, with this answering of the call, because maybe they did answer, and this can be a case for someone, maybe they did answer the call a while ago, and they did the work in order to cut the BS from the lineages they were coming from, but this is another part of the call that needed to be answered, that I'm picking up today in your pile for the month of December, because I'm picking up that they did answer the call recently, but they didn't. Right? Very interesting. Whoa, you guys, what am I getting here? Temptation, apple, apple, apple. What is this? Is this another choice in love? Oh. Here is what I'm getting for, maybe for the same collective, or maybe for just for someone. You have this new love. It's a new love coming in your life. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Another swan like you are, right? But there is someone from your past also that temptation, apple, 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 wants to come back, wants to have you back, and has all the right words and all the right tools, is what I'm being told, to prove to you that they changed, yet they didn't. Although you might feel some honesty in their words and behavior, know that not much has changed. And yeah, it's a whole lot of Lucifer involved there. A whole lot of they might have had a wake-up call, if this is someone, this is an ex, but they have a whole lot to learn. They still have a whole lot to learn. And so this new lover might be at an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for you, is what I'm being told, which definitely will grow and progress in time and space, and maybe will become the 10 out of 10, if that's what you're looking for. I think that's what everyone is looking for, actually, right? Let's not lie to ourselves. And this other guy or girl from the past, they are in a low vibrational man energy. I'll be right back. Okay, where were we? Talking about this ex of yours, ex of someone's. Yes, they are in low vibrational energies. They are, I don't know, 2 or 3 out of 10, you guys. Maybe a 5, a 6, getting also a 7, you know. So from what I'm understanding here, the new one is more evolved and more compatible, if you want, with you. Now, you use your discernment, obviously, like always. Okay, what else? Oh yeah. There is a great deal of a difference between someone that knows themselves from the inside out, that have taken the time, oh Lord, let's see, to know who they are, to do the healing work, another anointed one, another chosen one, right? To do the healing work, to not repeat the cycles, and someone that takes advices how to get her or him back. Well, apologize, listen to what they have to say, bring them flowers. Everything feels that this ex-partner of yours wants to do comes from exterior advice. Nothing is integrated. It is all head, no heart, nothing embodied. This is not where they come from. This is what they know they have to do to get you back, if it makes sense. But it's not in them. So same old, so to speak. How can I get you back? Because I want you back for several reasons, some reasons. Why do they want you back? Is that of importance? First and foremost, what Spirit here is showing me is that they are narcissistic. They are throwing tantrums when you say no, or if you are going to tell them no, they are going to throw a tantrum. Here, there is something with these individuals. They throw tantrums behind closed doors. I don't know if you know this. Maybe you do. Maybe that's why you left them. Immaturity is what the key word that they are wanting to emphasize. They are immature, you guys. This person is immature. So it's a no-no. If you are someone that comes from pile number 1, or even if you're not, indeed, a common element you have is this energy from your past wants to block your future. They don't want you to, and I don't think they are doing it consciously, like the majority probably, like many of them. But the energy that's immature, right, the energy that's subconscious, the one that is after you in your future, even if they don't know it, is that which wants to hold you back. Temptation, apple, apple, apple. Why would you be tempted to go to such a person? This is a word of warning. Well, why? Because it's easy. One of the reasons might be you have this new potential lover, and then you have this one that you already know. It's familiar, right? The body wants what's familiar. Correct. And so you have to heal the mind in order to see the intentions of this individual clearly. It's hard, you guys. It's very hard, right? So it would be probably for some easier to, you see how you might think that they changed, right? Because they do now all that maybe that you wanted them to do. Maybe you think they changed because now they say things that sound mature, but you can feel, right? Can you feel that it's all from the head and not much from the heart? These people, they have charisma, they have the words with them, but nothing is embodied. So they are not that. They pretend to be because they know. Right? I'm reading a book on how to make you fall in love with me, and you are going to fall in love with me. That's a temptation here. That's the devil in the month of December. Pile number 2. Definitely here. The new romantic interest. So it seems like month of December is big around romantic love for pile number 2. The new romantic interest would follow you wherever you go. You are their priority, or one of their priorities. You are their priority. Priority is how it wants to come out. Is this a good thing? It is what it needs to be at this moment in time. To be done at this moment in time is what I'm being told. They want the best of you. They have your best interest at heart. They have your best interest at heart, which is such a big deal, you guys. Yes, they are chosen in the process of being anointed. Again, I'm hearing this. Only such a person is capable to open their heart to such an extent where they can understand what it means to take another person's best interest at heart. That's that. And that's someone that God would see you with, is what I'm being told. They are a mirror of your best qualities. They are not someone to punish you, is what I'm being told also. They treat people with gentleness and care. They are someone that are learning at the moment how to live in integrity, is what I'm being told. Well, they are learning, right? It's good. What else? They are learning that they are healing maybe some bad habits here, this individual. Maybe I'm seeing someone specifically playing video games, and they are, I hear that's out of the equation. That's out of the equation. Why am I seeing that? That's so out of the context. I'm seeing something, maybe it's out of context, but let's see. So I'm seeing here a couple where he is lying that he is selling something, some information over the internet, or he's lying to some sort of an audience. I think the idea is he is making money by being fake, right? And the price that this person will pay or is paying is the one that was his wife or girlfriend is going to leave him, or this already happened. Why am I seeing this? Oh. This new lover, They might have gone through something like this, more or less similar with what I just said. Lying or being dishonest with a certain public, with certain people, in order to sell things, to sell information, to sell something. That's how they made money, and they lost a lover, they lost something precious to them. So they learned, seems like, from that. That's how they started this healing journey, profound healing journey themselves. They really they have been eliminating all these bad habits, living in integrity from their lives. Where this old lover of yours, your ex, seems like they are prone to do that still. Temptation. Okay, the energy of money is coming towards you in the month of December also, but somehow is being topped with temptation. Pile number 2. What is this all about? The way you made money is changing. The way you are making money now somehow involves a beauty way. The beauty way. The temptation, which I don't really see it as temptation, is it is almost like maybe you are going to think in the month of December to go back to old ways of making money, if it applies. Maybe you are someone that... I'll be right back. Okay, as I was saying, you might be tempted in the month of December to go back to making money as you did before. Well, I'm not seeing you being very tempted to do that, truth to be told. But I'm seeing fear pushing you, temptation, right? Pushing you a little bit. Maybe some thoughts are going to come to your mind, but I'm not seeing you necessarily taking action towards your old ways, which is phenomenal and extraordinary. Well, if you are going to decide to do that, though, you are going to do it for 2 or 3 months, and then you are still going to come back to the point where you are right now. Because there is something else in store for you. You are meant for something else here. The beauty way. Maybe it's something in the beauty industry. The beauty way. That will be revealed to you in the months to come. A new way of making money will be revealed to you in the months to come. And I'm seeing here even 2 streams of income, maybe even 3, multiple streams of income flowing towards you. Pile number 2. What else? Not sure why this is of importance, but I'm seeing your ex many of you will say no to the ex. And I'm seeing them acting immature and going back to where they come from, not sure where that is, for every single one of them, and somehow entertaining multiple women, if it applies, multiple men, just acting recklessly, just acting irresponsibly and immature. But that's just a period of time for them until they realize what they are doing. And there is what it's beautiful here, if you want to look at it from those lenses, through those lenses, is they will start their own healing journey. They will start their own healing journey. The majority of them, nonetheless. Yeah. What else? Why am I hearing flower power? Flower power. Pile number 2, if travel is involved for you in the month of December, that will, or meeting someone new in love. Meeting someone new in love will somehow bring years back to you. You are going to feel younger. You are going to blossom here with this new person, is what I'm being shown. Okay. What else for your pile number 2? You are getting younger here with this new lover in the month of December. There are many things that are hidden in the fog here for you that are they are shiny little things. They feel like blessings, but also like these little other blessings, they will be revealed to you at the beginning, in the first quarter of the next year. And when we say next year, yes, we are saying January, February, March, April. I want to double check to see if we are referring to the next year as starting in March. Okay, that was your pile for the month of December. Maybe I'm going to record another reading for the month of December. I don't know why I feel like there is more that wants to come out. We shall see. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome back to my channel. So this is a prediction for the month of December, and I have a feeling maybe, and only maybe, that I'm going to record another video with the same topic. There is a feeling that more wants to come out, and this feels very specific for a reason. Okay, let's continue, or let's start, let's begin, better said, right? So pile number 3, I received only 2 ideas for you. There is a whole lot of excitement in the month of December for you to begin with. Okay, I'm so excited. Why? I'm not sure just yet why. So this is what I got. Houses' lights are off. This was a vision. There were houses in a neighborhood and the lights went off. And then Christmas tree off. The lights on the... What is this? You don't have power? Maybe per se something like this is going to happen as a sign or as an indicator of something that's about to happen. Let's see, what is this all about, God? You see, the lights inside of a house, they don't go off if you keep the light within yourself on. This goes profound. You have to keep the lights, the starlight on. You have to nurture the soul of the house through nurturing yourself and the members of your family. That's how you keep the light on. But as you betray yourself, the light is going off slowly but surely. And the other person, if this is a marriage, can fight to keep the light on for as long as they want, but it will never be the same again, is what I hear. It will never be the same again. So someone in a certain marriage or in a certain connection here gave up. Something happened here. Something happened to this person, or maybe inside of the marriage itself, a disappointment of sorts, a heartbreak, a heart pain. Someone gave up. The light is off in themselves. The other one oh my god, you guys, this is so, it's a little bit sad. The other one has somehow his light on. Okay, it's superficially speaking, the other one has his light on, or her light on. After all, they were the first one checking out of this marriage. And so we have one spouse here, if it applies, checking out. They are done. They are even packing their bags, you guys, and they are ready to leave, while the other, which checked out the first, I have chills, ooh, Jesus, checked out the first, and probably in a more invisible way, in a more unnoticeable way, right? They don't even notice. They are distracted here with someone, or with something. I'm not seeing here that anyone wants to fight for this any longer. I'm not seeing here it's almost like someone, not the individual, not the first spouse that was packing up and they left. They are out of the house, by the way, by now, in our vision. The other one that didn't notice that their spouse is about to leave. They are about to give up. It's just too much, or just it was destined to happen this way for a cycle to be completed. It was destined to happen this way for a cycle to be completed. It's a very Saturnian cycle, by the way. Okay. What am I seeing here? Oh my god, what is this? The person that was left behind, by the way, had very bad intentions to begin with. Bad intentions towards, I'm getting here a very selfish energy. A selfish energy, someone here, I heard they lied and they cheated their whole life. And as a result, this is what's happening now. Remember, God sees everything. Even in the darkest corners, God is present. And it sees everything. And so I'm seeing this selfish person having, oh my God, I don't know how to say this really. I need some help. You see, God saved a whole lot more through allowing a certain individual to be left alone and by themselves. God saved a whole lot more through allowing certain events to happen in the life of this individual. You see pile number 3, very interesting message. In pile number 2, I received not a similar message, but the energy of someone's ex. It is similar with the energy of this person that's left behind in your pile. An immature energy. Someone that knows what to say, how to say it, very charismatic. Yet nothing is embodied. Yet nothing is embodied. Almost like Mother Earth is recovering her children and getting ready to give birth to new ones. To new ones. That sounded like nuance. Too many are those, is what she says, out there, which pretend to be like me, caring, nurturing, knowing what they want, being in contact with their heart. Yet none of them is, at least not to the extent they think they are. And so the year pass by and they abuse and they use and they put everything underneath the rug at the entrance of their house. And yet you don't know what saint steps onto that rug. And once a saint steps onto something, everything is being revealed indeed. If you go against a saint, you have to become a saint. And you know, I'm seeing actually many of these saints, souls walking on planet Earth, and some of them are walk-ins in bodies that allowed, ooh, I have chills, the energy to enter as the Mother Earth raised her vibration because of, and with her, or vice versa, people raised their vibration also. Some of these people somehow they were put to sleep, and a saint or a higher vibrational soul took their body without them dying physically, obviously. Interesting. Christmas tree off. I'm seeing here this person, this quite dangerous person, right, in your pile. They feel to me very much like a robot, you guys. They feel like a robot, very robotic, very rigid, right? Very rigid. And so this very well can be the father, which looks amazing in the eyes of the community, but when the door is closed, they abuse their family in unimaginable ways. And I'm also getting here in a situation, you guys, some sort of a sexual intent towards their own children. And maybe that's what God meant. For sure, that's what God meant when it said, a whole lot was saved by them being where they are nowadays. That's that. What else? Yes, well, your pile is almost like a word of warning for people like this. Make sure you walk your talk and you embody what you say you are embodying, because you don't know when 12 o'clock is here again and you will be judged for your actions. You guys, I'm tapping into someone's story, which is quite sad, yet where it comes from is mind-blowing. And not that it's something new or something that I didn't see before or I didn't feel before, but I didn't expect this. Yeah, I didn't expect this. We don't know when that judgment is coming. We are watched every day, right? I'm seeing this individual again acting in such dark ways, cheating, lying, taking from others. Oh God. Yes, I'm seeing here again someone with being attracted to children. And I hear being very hard for them to be good, a good person. Yep. That's what I have for your pile number 3. Is there anything else we should add? That's pretty much it. Thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one.